Number one, it says him that has a clean hands. That's your way of life. A clean hands is not your palm. It's your way of life. Uprightness and integrity. This is why I tell you, it's beyond praying in capital letter tongues. If you are praying in capital letter tongues and you are a thief, you can't stand on Mount Zion. Ascension, they will probe you because it's a place of authority. You are taking bribe, God will forgive you, but you can never wield authority. And so it takes integrity and uprightness to ascend Zion. Number two, it said him that has not, who has a pure heart. A pure heart. This is heart, a heart of love. Love. That's the nature of God he's talking about here. A heart, a tender heart. A heart full of love for the brethren. Full of love for one another. Because what we are talking about here is God entrusting you with authority. And God won't do that if you are not somebody that loves the brethren. And so a pure hand is upright living. A pure heart is a posture of love. Bitterness, backbiting, malice. You want to ascend the mountain of God? No way. The angels will elbow you. This is business of power in the kingdom. And then finally, he said he has not lifted up his soul in vanity, pride. It takes brokenness to be able to receive the scepter of God and provoke a manifestation. It takes brokenness. That's why men who make great impact in this kingdom, they are really the most humble people. If you don't discern them, you may judge them based on their temperament. There are those who are vocal. There are those who are not necessarily vocal. There are those who are outgoing. There are those who are indoors. There are those who are social. There are those who are not very social. It's not about personality. Because due to lack of discernment, when you find somebody who is bold and vocal, you call it pride. But it's not pride. Pride is a hard posture. You can see somebody bending for everybody. He is more proud than... Some people are so proud that it's irritating. When you want to greet them, they say, no, they are brothers. Call them brothers. And the next sentence you will hear is that they are not like all these other people. No, I'm a brother. I'm not like all these prophets. That is high. That's concentrated pride. You find some people, they see you, they do like this. And you will think they are humble. Tomorrow you now walk past, you didn't notice, you didn't know they were there to greet them. The next thing they will say, well, all these young boys, because we humbled ourselves. You didn't humble yourself. That's hypocrisy. And so the three things that makes for ascension is a way of life that is just and upright. Is a heart that is full of love. And is a soul that is broken in humility. If you don't have these three things, if you like, your tongue should be the strongest tongue you are on earth. If you like, pray longer than all the church put together, you are on earth. In fact, long prayer that showcases itself is called Phariseeism. That's the way of Pharisees. They say they love to pray long and stand by street corner that they may be noticed. He said they have their reward. If you like, quote 1 million scripture, you are on earth. Because the sign that your prayer is beginning to touch a chord in the spirit, the sign that your scripture is beginning to flow from inspiration, is when your heart enters the frequency of brokenness. It's when your heart enters the frequency of love. That's when that prayer is beginning to touch you. That prayer can now carry you. That scripture can now carry you. If not, it will take you nowhere. If it is divine manifestation you are looking for, believe me, I'm telling you, people know plenty scriptures. So some of I will multiply them, they shall not be few. I will glorify them, they shall not be small. This is where manifestation culminates. When thanksgiving, praise, and glorification goes up, multiplication begins. In Acts 2:47, the Bible said daily they were praising God. And it said as they were praising God, it said the Lord added to the church daily such as should be saved. I know you are going through a crisis. There's no doubt about it. You don't even need word of knowledge to know. Africa is hard. A lot of people are going through stuff. Not very pleasant ones. But if you allow the crisis you are going through enter into your spirit and create turbulence, you will drown. Somebody said, no matter how big the water outside the boat is, it can't drown the boat. But the water in the boat is the risk of the boat. The water in the boat is the water that drowns the boat. And so your crisis may look as if there's nothing done now, you will die. Your crisis may look as if there's nothing done now, you will die later. Whichever way the devil presents it. If you are a spiritual man, what you do is that you begin to follow this protocol. The first thing you do is that you separate yourself from the condition and you begin to build the mindset. You begin to build the consciousness. As you build that consciousness, begin to purify your soul. Remove selfishness from it and fill it with God. Fill it with others. After a while, begin to ascend in the spirit. As you ascend in the spirit, then begin to take acts of faith. Take acts of faith. Before you know what is happening, you will not just come out of that crisis, you will become the solution for others. This is how rulers live their lives. Ask anybody making impact in the kingdom, he knows this. He may not group it the way I've grouped it, but he knows this, and he does this every day. And trust me, ask every person who is not making impact, he doesn't know this, and he doesn't do this. The difference between an impactful person and an unimpactful person is the degree to which they commit themselves to the protocol of manifestation. And it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in politics, you can be in business, you can be in ministry. The principles are the same and they are eternal. The question tonight is, if we open your mind now, what is your predominant consciousness? If we play your thought on this screen, what is your predominant consciousness? Trust me, you don't need a prophet. That thing that you will see, it will happen in your life. Just give it time. If it is fear, fear will happen. If it is failure, failure will happen. If it is sin, sin will happen. Your consciousness is the first navigatory part of your destiny.